Hi, I'm Adrian Halverstad, Executive Director of the Evangelical Friends Church International and faculty here at Barclay College. Barclay College, located in southwest Kansas, offering degrees at the graduate and undergraduate level, both on main campus and online. Be sure to check us out. Go to www.barclaycollege.edu and be sure to notice that we offer full tuition scholarships, free tuition to all of our on campus students. Well, welcome to my YouTube channel, the Justice Center at Dr. Halvey. We're working through a playlist called The Fivefold Ministry of the Church, and in this fifth video, we're going to be looking specifically at the various ministries that Christ gave to the church as he ascended up into heaven. Ephesians 4, verses 7 and following up to verse 11 tell us that as Jesus ascended up into heaven, he gave gifts to his church. And verse 11 tells us what those gifts are. And the first one mentioned is apostle. Apostle. What does it mean to be an apostle in the church today? The ministry of apostleship is often misunderstood due to the original 13 apostles we read about in the New Testament. They were 13 people who actually saw Jesus with their own eyes and ministered with him and was called by him. And we include Paul in that list as well because of his Damascus Road experience with the Lord Jesus Christ. So we had the original 12, and then Paul makes 13. And when we think about those original apostles and the work that they did, it can confuse us as to what the role of apostle is today in the local church, because we clearly do not have need for that top level apostleship that Paul and Peter and others brought to the church. They had a special burden as the first 13 apostles, and that was to build something that did not exist so that the ministry of Jesus Christ could continue on after his departure from earth. But today, the ministry of an apostle is to organizationally ground the church so that ministry can occur through the congregation. They're not laying out for the first time ministry, but rather they're following suit on what the apostles set forth, those first apostles. And so they organized the church through the first apostles, and now it's us, the remaining apostle, those of us today who we read about here in Ephesians 4, verses 11 through 13. It's up to us to carry on the administration of the church and to see to it that ministry goes on not only in a local congregation but around the world. We are doing the work of Jesus and caring for one another in the church and transforming our community for the Lord Jesus Christ. You know, in the Evangelical Friends Church, we believe that every person is a minister, whether male or female, regardless of one's nationality. Everyone is considered a minister if they're in the body of Jesus Christ. If they've given their heart to the Lord and have consecrated their life to him, he has a calling on them for ministry. And every person needs to be recruited. They need to be able to identify their call. They need training, and they must have the necessary resources to fulfill the calling of Jesus Christ on their life. The authority of an apostle today rests in their calling to provide organizational oversight with the intention of empowering people for ministry. This requires servant leadership in order to be effective. What are the challenges and the opportunities that being an apostle today faces? Well, let's talk about the challenges first. Spiritual and organizational balance is a challenge. Administrators apostles must navigate the delicate balance between the spiritual work of the church and the organizational aspects of the church. Now, in my mind, there is no difference between sacred and secular in terms of the work of the church, but there is this aspect of the art of ministry, of connecting with people relationally and doing ministry at that level. And then there's the science aspect of it, of the administration, the caring for the books, and managing the facilities, and working with staff and helping to train people. At times, the spiritual side and the administrative side, well, they can be overshadowed with one or the other, and maintaining balance is imperative. What is one of the biggest challenges I have observed in ministry over the years is keeping the organizational aspect or the organizational work of being an apostle in balance with the spiritual dynamics, and meeting with people and working with them, discipling them, and caring for them. There's got to be a right balance between these two aspects, and it can be challenging. Oftentimes, there's limited resources. Many churches operate with limited financial resources, and at times they're struggling to find the human resources to do the work of ministry. This can pose challenges in effectively managing and allocating resources to meet the needs of the congregation and to support various ministries. Church ministers must make prudent decisions and collectively maximize the resources available to them, and at times it means drumming up those resources. When there's a shortage of finances in order to fulfill ministry, it's up to the apostle to find those resources, to secure them, and if it's human resources that are needed, it's up to the apostle in the local church to call people out, to recruit and to train for the sake of ministry. There's volunteer management, recruitment, and training. That's another big challenge. We just touched on that, but it's noteworthy to follow up in a third by looking at a third challenge on volunteer management, recruitment, and training. Churches heavily rely on volunteers to carry out the various tasks and ministries. However, recruiting, training, and retaining volunteers is challenging. Coordinating schedules, ensuring proper training, and addressing volunteer hurts and burnouts, it's ongoing in terms of challenge. And today's apostle must address this in order to maintain health and to keep volunteers engaged and in ministry. For there's the changing demographics and culture. Churches operate within the context of a changing society. Demographics shift in every community from time to time. Cultural dynamics change, and generational differences present challenges for church administration. Being able to adapt ministries and communicate strategies and bring forth outreach efforts to address these changes requires flexibility and cultural sensitivity and a willingness to embrace innovation by today's apostle. What are the opportunities? Well, there's ministry impact. Church administration provides opportunities to support and enhance the impact of all the ministries of the church. Through effective planning, organizing, training, and resource allocations, administrators can create an environment that enables people to flourish in ministry, to be able to reach more people for the sake of the gospel, and to make a positive impact not only on the lives of individuals in the church and their family, but in the community as a whole. Stewardship and financial responsibility is another opportunity for an apostle today. Church administration offers the opportunity to promote stewardship and financial responsibility among the congregation. Good fiscal practice, for an example, saves money It eliminates waste and provides more money to go directly into ministry. That's why it is essential that we have apostles in our church today. By implementing transparent financial practices, providing education on biblical principles of giving, and facilitating wise financial management, today's apostles can help cultivate a culture of generosity and faithful stewardship. Boy, it's up to the apostles today to promote technology and greater communication through the church. There's been so many advancements in technology that have provided a church with opportunities to not only improve communication among itself, but to streamline its processes and enhance the way in which it connects with the congregation and the community at large. Leveraging technology through the use of church management software and online giving platforms and social media can help today's apostles better connect with service to their local community and to their congregation as a whole. In this day and age, we ought to be broadcasting our Sunday services for everyone in the world to view through Facebook and YouTube and other means of social media. It's a great day to present the gospel of Jesus Christ. Any local church in any community can broadcast the good news of Jesus Christ and share the love of the Lord with people around the world through technology. Let's make it happen, apostles. We can also collaborate leadership. What a great opportunity that is. If there's anyone that touches every branch of ministry in the local church, it's the administration. It's the apostles. And they can foster a collaborative leadership ministry model for everyone. They can build teamwork. By fostering a culture of teamwork, apostles can leverage the diverse gifts and talents within the congregation. They can promote shared ownership and collective responsibility for the mission and the vision and the ministry of the local church. Remember, church administration, doing the work of an apostle, is just 1/5 of the ministry of the church. So it needs to be kept in balance in terms of its importance. Then there's the opportunity for growth and discipleship. Church administration plays a vital role in supporting the growth and the discipleship of people in the congregation. By providing opportunities for spiritual formation, equipping programs, and pastoral care, administrators, apostles can help nurture the faith of individuals, fostering their spiritual growth and development. By addressing these challenges and leveraging these opportunities, today's apostle can contribute to the overall health, effectiveness, and growth of the church. What are some practical ways to do church apostleship today? 1, lead by example. As a church administrator, model servant leadership in your own actions and interactions. Demonstrate humility, empathy, and a servant's heart. Show respect, appreciation, and care for the individuals you work with, treating them as a valued member of the team, someone called exclusively to their role by the Lord Jesus Christ. Value and empower the congregation. 2, recognize the unique talents, strengths, calling, and perspectives of your attendees. Foster an environment where their contributions are valued and ministry growth is encouraged. Provide opportunities for their input and involve them in decision-making processes whenever possible. 3, do active listening and have open communication. As an apostle, listening and genuinely hearing and understanding the concerns, the ideas, and feedback of church members and other leaders is essential. Foster open and transparent communication channels where everyone feels comfortable expressing their thoughts and opinions. Create a culture that encourages dialogue, collaboration, and a sharing of ideas. Support and develop people. That's a fourth thing we can do. Support and develop people. Invest in the personal life and well-being of the congregation. As an apostle, provide opportunities for training, skill building, and personal growth. Regularly check in with the attendees to assess their needs, offer support, and provide resources that can help them excel in their role. 5, foster collaboration and teamwork. Boy, we can't stress that enough. Promote a collaborative service environment where members can work together, share knowledge, and support with one another. As an apostle, encourage leaders to discuss their dreams and their goals for the church. Create opportunities for people to collaborate on projects or initiatives. Celebrate ministry successes and recognize the contributions of other individuals. Have a service-oriented mindset, number 6. Encourage people to adopt a service-oriented mindset in their roles. Emphasize the importance of putting the needs of the congregation and the community first. Model that. Teach it and model it as an apostle. Remind them that the number one goal you have as an apostle or an administrator is to support their Christ-appointed ministry and the mission of the church. 7, engage volunteers. Create opportunities for volunteers to serve according to their gifts and passions. Provide clear communication, adequate training, and ongoing support to help volunteers thrive in their roles. Conduct regular evaluation. Regularly evaluate administrative processes and seek input from others to identify areas for improvement and innovation. 9, cultivate a spirit of gratitude. Express genuine appreciation and gratitude to others, to other leaders, to volunteers, for their efforts and their contributions. Celebrate milestones, successes, and personal achievements in ministry. A culture of gratitude fosters a positive and supportive ministry environment for all. And number 10, be an ambassador of faith. If there's anything an apostle in the church today should be known for, it's that he or she is a man or woman of faith. Hebrews 11, verses 1 through 6 says that faith is the assurance that things will happen. Through our ministry in the local church, we have the assurance that things will happen because our God is big and is actively doing work today and chooses to work through us. Faith is the assurance that things will happen through our church's ministries, that our people will make a difference in the world, and good things will happen for the glory of God. Apostles must believe and speak that faith forward often, that God is able and our God will deliver. With our God, all things are possible. If God has called you to this specific ministry within the fivefold ministry of the church, serve him well.